Hi, friends. How are we? The how are we lives within the way we feel about ourselves. Today, I want to speak about Yom Kippur. It's a Jewish atonement day, and I particularly want to say that the person we most need to atone to is ourselves. We often find that the people opposite us are showing in us who we are. If I don't like myself in relation to somebody, then it's me I have to forgive. If I'm condensed in a space where I believe, for example, I have an image about somebody, if I think somebody is a miser, and that person might bring me flowers, but I will say, oh, probably found it on the street. I have to justify the feeling I have about that person based on a story I told. But who's living in the story? It's me. So I've created a person within me, within the story, and I'm the sufferer. Okay? So I want to forgive myself for living that because it's a very limited space to be in. Let's remind ourselves that God is expansion. He doesn't need us to relive yesterday again. We've done that. He wants us to expand, to develop, and to manifest a beautiful world for us that we can. The only way to do that is to release the old me. What does that mean? That means I want to say to me, I'm sorry for the way I've conceived me in relation to you. And I would like to have a new opportunity between us. And then I would also go to the other person, I would say, I'm sorry for the way I've conceived you. And I would like to find a new way within me. And the way to do that, and in order to release, is to take all the good traits that you find in that person and all the traits that you don't like in that person and find those traits in you. Find out how they work in you. Say if you've put on the top of your list on the positive traits that the person is very generous, you want to find out, am I generous, really, really generous, or am I generous on condition? Do I say, oh, I will be giving to that person provided? So if there's a proviso there, that's not generosity. If I really want to feel generous, I must have no relative condition to me feeling generous. Because in the field of me feeling generous purely, I am inviting generosity into my life. Excuse me. That's my allergy to milk. You might find me doing that occasionally. I don't seem to want to give up milk. So there's a little confession. And then on the list of the negative traits that you don't like about somebody, I promise you that negative trait is within you. Even if you say about somebody he's a gossip, you're going to find out where you do it. If you find that somebody's sarcastic and that annoys you, and you say, but I never do that, I'm sure that your inner dialogue finds a way to do that. So check yourself. That's a checklist. Once you've discovered how that person lives within you, you can now release that person from the role they took in your life to show that to you. Okay? And so what you do is you start building a new person within you by only looking at the good, positive traits of that person. So when you're making amends, you go to that person and you say, please forgive me for the way I've been conceiving you. This is what I really think about you. I think you're generous, you're beautiful, you're amazing, and so on and so forth. Now, in that moment, that person is now building a new character for himself within you. And you're both merging on that positive realm, the positive traits, and there is a new beginning. So that's going to be my message for today. On Atonement Day, or I would do it every day. I wouldn't just wait for one day to do it, you know. You really want to live in freedom of just being who you want to be. And so why wait? But anyway, I would suggest that anybody who's a little annoying in your life, you get stuck with, that's the way to do it. Positive traits, negative traits, find them within you, how you operate underneath the positive traits. Who are you? And in that space, you are then able to say, oh, he's me. And if he's me, then who am I to complain? And in that moment, you are releasing that person, and in particularly, you're releasing yourself to freely be who you wish to be. And you are now feeling what you want to feel, and that becomes your state of being. And in that moment, and it can happen right now, you've changed the world around you and your experience of it. So I'm going to wish all my friends who are fasting, have an easy fast. Love yourselves. You don't love yourselves, you don't know how to do it for anyone else. So love yourselves, forgive others. Let's move on to the next level, and I'll see you soon. Happy days, just because we can.